Dee Cummings.
Good morning, PathwaySTOParenting.
Hi, good morning, Dee.
Yes.
Hi, this is Darcy.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I sent you an email yesterday. I wasn't sure if you have received it or seen it.
Yes, I did receive it.
Okay. And so then I was just calling to follow up on that because it's Friday. I can't do anything over the weekend.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Oh, the email that I sent you. You said you just said you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so that was I just sent you the letter that you'd written last 2018, and then what the judge's decision was currently.
Okay.
And I was just curious, like, what should I just wait for him to?
Has he been served with this?
Well, no, it's in the file in Douglas County.
Well, I can't. He needs to see it, and I can't do anything without his knowledge.
Oh, Mr. Duncan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. No, we've been to court. His lawyers received a copy. He's who sent it to me. Justin Collier hasn't changed.
Okay.
And from my understanding, I don't think they feel like they need to be the one to contact you, or they would have done so in the last 3 years.
Well, yeah, the way this is written is nothing for me to do.
Right, no, they're asking me to do something. So they're asking me to re-engage in services from how I'm reading it, the judge's letter.
Well,
or a recommendation or observations that are present, like, because I guess maybe they feel like that letter's not current enough.
Well, I don't really see where the respondent can re-note her request. Okay. Okay, so basically what it reads to me is that he's to provide you with all the medical history, dental history, whatever has happened.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to do.
Yeah, and that's kind of what my email was stating too, is I'm kind of curious to see if he can dispute that, because if not, then I already have HCA records and ADA records and Molina healthcare records, and I've talked to every outlet that I can talk to about whether she's even seen a dentist or a mental health, which was your recommendation, or even a pediatrician. And I've confirmed that that is not the case. She has not. And so he's disputing it, and I'm giving him time to do that.
Okay, so the only thing that has to do with me is you can re-note your request for modification of the supervised visits upon filing proof of her supervised visits by me. So that would you should have all those documents.
Yeah, I know, and I know they're already in the file, which he claims he read.
Okay. Yeah, so right now there's nothing for me to do.
Right. So there is no resuming supervised visitation. This has kind of been out of my hands since your recommendation because of what you recommended.
Well,
or how do you feel about that? I'm just curious.
I have no idea. I don't know where anybody's at on anything. So, I can only go off of history, and that was excuse me, what my letter was for. But outside of that,
right.
I don't know what's going on with anybody. So Jeff is going to just have to. You provided my visit notes. Apparently, looks like Jeff's supposed to provide any medical information, and then they go from there. That's what I'm reading it as.
Right, and that was my thoughts too. Was they want new observations and recommendations, but we haven't even followed the previous ones. If he can't dispute my concern is that she's not. Why would she not be seeing a dentist? Why would she not be seeing a pediatrician?
Well, I don't know that she has it, so...
I don't either, but I have health care authority records requests received. And Molina healthcare records requested and received, and they show nothing. Not redacted, they just show nothing.
Right.
And then the 2 times that she's seen her heart specialist was advocated by me. Last February, I found that she was two years overdue. And so I mentioned it in the court, and I'm sure he then followed up and got her an appointment, and she was seen, and she was fine. But that happened before, also, when the trial occurred and everything became final. She had been due since October for her checkup on her heart, and I had to advocate for that to happen in April. So it was overdue and wasn't getting done. But, those are to me, those concerns just validate what I already knew. So I've been going through this whole thing for 6 years, and your name is on the parenting plan, and I haven't been able to change that. That's what this court was about. And Susan Bryant, she's over in Lake Forest Park, but that was more convenient to her being on Camino Island. She's now up in Okanagan County. So she's definitely, I don't know if I have another option in the area outside of you if I can't get an observation recommendation from you, which you're saying I already have, and I've already submitted, and I agree.
You have all of the historical information. There's nothing in the order that says that we are supposed to do a visit.
The final parenting plan has not changed. Your name is on it.
Okay. Well, unless it's in the order, and I don't want to get in the middle of all the legal hassles. So you guys are going to have to work it out.
Well, if you just want to state that you won't take this, then I can submit that information, and I've been trying to get that letter for the last 5 years too. And I'm not trying to upset you today or cold call you.
You're not going to upset me, but
I got to get to the bottom of this because my daughter's waiting.
Well, okay, so you guys work it out. I won't say that I won't do the visit. I'm not going to say that.
Right, and so my question was, how do you want to proceed based on your recommendations from 2018 and the letter that I just sent you from the commissioner?
There's nothing I can do right now, Darcy. You need to go through the court process.
Well, I just did, and that's what you're looking at. That's the letter from the commissioner. So what do I need to do?
There is nothing in here that states that we are to reinstate the visit. So
there's nothing in the final order that states that we were to ever stop them either. That was your recommendation.
Okay, well...
So what do you want to do?
There's nothing I can do, Darcy, until you guys figure this out and get a new order that actually directs that you must continue, he's required to make her available for you to continue the visit.
Yeah, that's in the final parenting plan.
Okay, so...
mentioned in the letter from the commissioner that's in your email.
Well, okay, there's nothing I can do right now, Darcy.
You're not taking clients, you can't...
I am taking... Yes, no, I'm taking...
Can you submit those documents that you think that the judge would like to have instead of...
if you have submitted all of the visit notes, he's already got them. There's nothing for me to submit.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I totally agree with you, because if he reviewed the record, then he would have seen... But at the same time, that letter that you wrote didn't end well on my end, because it basically was framed to look like I was the reason for her behaviors, and we've never gotten to the bottom of that.
Well, then maybe that's something you guys need to focus on. I can't. All I could do was cite what I had. And you had...
Right, but what you had wasn't observed by you. It was hearsay from the parents that you were interviewing.
Darcy,
am I wrong?
Darcy, I'm not going to keep this going on.
Well, in order for me to go back to court and give them any realistic data, I need to understand, because I'm reflecting off of the letter from September 11th of 2018 and the commissioner's letter from March 17th of 2021.
Okay, well, my letter stands.
Okay, that's what I think too. I agree. I mean, I don't like all the information in it, but I agree with you. But I can't continue to see her until they do their part.
Well,
and so I don't know what
for me to do right now. There's nothing I can do right now, Darcy. You need to go through the process.
What's the process, I guess, is my question. Because that's what I was asking, is how should we proceed in the email?
That's all I can say is, go through the process, petition the courts. He said that you can re-petition. So, do that. Get the medical information from Jeff. Get all that kind of evidence.
Okay. I mean, I agree with you because I'm not in the same place I was last time I worked with you. I've had time to wear this armor. I'm trying to be very calm and proactive and follow through on what he's asking me to do, which kind of feels like he's asking me to go back to the same thing I've already done, which doesn't make any sense because if your recommendation
it actually does make sense because you need to provide evidence of the sustainability of your changes.
Right. But what do you mean sustainability of my changes?
Well, the emotional ups and downs, the constant feeling like Jeff was there even though he was across the street in a parking lot.
No, he was there. And not to argue or debate or take up your day or whatever, but I appreciate your time. PTSD causes parasympathetic responses that you don't just get to turn on and off.
Well,
and I've learned that. And there's tools. There's tools, and one of those tools is gray rock, and another one of those tools is to eliminate the irritation trigger. Another tool is just to get used to that trigger. I get all that.
Okay. Well,
so if we were to re-engage in services, I would like a set start and end date. Him to not be anywhere in my visual parameter.
Well,
and most of the things I requested before, because it's no life, 6 hours in a cubicle for $600. And then unprofessionalism and telling me you can't do anything about this when your name's on that.
You need to stop now.
Well, I mean, but you understand my frustration.
I'm going to hang up.
You understand my frustration. You have to.
I totally understand your frustration.
Okay. I'm not trying to ridicule you. I'm not trying to drive. I'm just trying to say if you're the professional.
So I'm going to hang up. Okay? Thank you.
Go ahead. I'm used to it.